Do you ever just want to throw your phone out the window of a moving car, or into the ocean, or a fiery volcano? Pretty much since the invention of social media and smartphones, gosh, the internet itself, I have struggled with getting sucked into the kind of thought spiral that my chronic comparison to others causes. I mean, in middle school, I felt inadequate when looking at other girls' dolls' avatar creations. And in the early days of Facebook, there was this panda feeding game that I was obsessed with, and the only way I could stop playing it was by giving it up for Lent. I'm not even Catholic. I have a little bit of an obsessive personality, if you can't tell. So now in 2021, a year in which we are more digitally connected than ever and inundated with look here, buy this, be like me, I am burnt out. Like, devices give you monitoring capabilities now for your screen time so that you can limit how much you are doom scrolling on Twitter or self-esteem spiraling on Instagram. And I set that up because I definitely felt like I was spending way too much time on my phone and computer. An hour a day for Facebook and Instagram. That's more than generous, right? But then I found myself reaching that limit sometimes before even 10 a.m. Ugh. And it didn't really even stop me from scrolling. It just made me feel guilty every time I clicked on that remind me in 15 minutes button. A little shame with that self-sabotaging comparison, if you know what I mean. I would tell myself I couldn't delete Facebook or any social media because of my YouTube channel. And if I want to build it and promote it, then I need to stay plugged in to the trends on the internet. Yet I found myself spending hours a day scrolling and scrolling, but posting less and less. I'd take photos or write posts in my head, but somehow that never translated into actually creating the thing. All my focus went to consuming, not creating, comparing, not crafting. And I am never going to measure up to the carefully curated micro views of social media influencers or even my own friends. I've made half-hearted efforts at cleaning up my social media issues in the past. Deleting apps, re-downloading them only when I need them, trying the Pomodoro system, only using the desktop version, all with varying levels of success. I delete or limit Instagram and then find myself scrolling through all the pretty pictures on Pinterest. I would get rid of Facebook and then find myself trying to navigate the mobile browser version of Twitter, which is awful by the way, just to get my daily dose of outrage. All these were little dopamine hits on my brain, and even though they're essentially the empty calorie version of brain food, I'd still crave them and try to recreate them in some other similar app. So I went on vacation in September, and I was like, what if I just delete them and spend my time reading, connecting with my boyfriend and family, enjoying the ocean, which has always been my favorite and most creatively inspiring spot anyway. Now, I was also posting a video and a blog that week, so I knew it was going to be tricky. But Saturday morning, I woke up and found myself scrolling in bed, and I was like, no, not today. So I deleted them, and I didn't scroll again until over a week later. And it was like, I can breathe a little better. Did I solve all my problems? No, LOL, not by a long shot. But my screen time did go down by 47% that week. And I just got to be still, be quiet, exist without any expectations. That's something I did and understood a lot as a kid and teen. And I miss it. I miss that stillness and quiet. It was where my creativity unfurled itself and blossomed into some really cool ideas. I tend to blame my feelings of inadequacy when it comes to feeling creative on adulthood, but I'm kind of starting to think it might have more to do with the constant inundation of envy-inducing images and inflammatory comments. Let me just say, I don't envy kids who don't know a life before this. There's a lot of good that's come from the internet and technology and social media, but darn if there isn't an overwhelming amount of bad. Our brains weren't made for this, you know? So I don't really have an answer. This wasn't supposed to be a how to get rid of your social media video. I'm not gonna say delete your Facebook. I mean, yes, do, but also don't feel bad if you don't. Just maybe set small goals like I did to see how long you can step away and how you feel when you do. Trust me, the world won't end if you're not the first person to know when Taylor Swift's new album drops or what ridiculously awful thing a politician said. I'm just trying small steps to make my life better, and I hope you can too. If you enjoyed this video, essay, whatever it is, then do me the favor of subscribing and, most importantly, turning on those notifications if you actually want to see my videos when they come out. And you can also follow me over on Instagram, for everything else Caitlin and creative content related. And I will see you guys later. Bye!